So this is lesson 2.4 in elementary algebra called Solving Linear Equations. This will be the first video as we go through this. One of the things that I need to explain first of all is a linear equation that we're going to be working with. A linear equation is any equation where we have variables, like an x and a y, but we do not have any exponents on those variables. So the exponent is an assumed 1, but we don't have anything else on there. So that's what makes a linear equation. So when we are working on something like 3 times the quantity x minus 5, and we're adding 4, and we're saying that's equal to 13, that's a linear equation. We have an equation that does not have a variable, or I'm sorry, an exponent on it. And we use our PEMDAS that we've been talking about in order to solve these. So you do what's in the parenthesis, and then the exponent, multiplication, division, addition, and subtraction. Well, in this particular one, we have a parenthesis here, but I can't combine these because they're not like. I don't have any exponents, so my next thing to do is the multiplication. So I'm going to do my multiplication, and I'm going to distribute this 3 here and there. So 3 times x is 3x. 3 times negative 5 is negative 15. Okay. Might help to put a 1 in front of my 3 there. Alright, so now I can combine these because those are like terms. Difference between the two is 11, sign of the biggest number right there. 3x equals, add 11 to both sides, divide by 3, x equals 8. Okay, so then one of the things that's important to do is to check your answer. So I'm going to take my original problem and put 8 in for my x and see if that is a true statement. 8 minus 5 is 3. So now I've got 3 times 3 is 9, plus 4 is 13. That's a true statement, so everything looks good. Okay, so let's look at example number 2. Alright, change colors here. Example number 2 has 5 times x minus 3 plus 2 equals 5 times 2x minus 8 minus 3. Alright, so let's go ahead and distribute. 5x minus 15 plus 2 equals, so parenthesis, 10x minus 40 minus 3. Let's combine like terms. Those are alike, so we have 5x minus 13. Take the difference between the two, sign of the largest one on the top. 10x, the signs are the same, so we add. Plus the sign is negative, so we'll put that on there. And we still have our minus 3 here. So this is going to give me negative 43. Okay, let's add 13. So that gives me 5x equals 10x minus 30. Signs are different. Take the difference between the two, which is 30. Sign of the largest one, a negative. Put it right there. Alright, now we've got to get our x's on the same side. So let's take 10x away from there and take 10x away from there. So we have negative 5x equals negative 30. Divide by negative 5, divide by negative 5, and we get x equals 6. Alright, so then we're going to take this and plug it back in to see if that is a true statement. So let's get rid of all the work we've got there, and we'll leave this stuff here, but let's kind of cross it out here. So we're going to take and put 5 times 6 minus 3 So we have 5 times 3 plus 2 equals 5 times 12 minus 8 minus 3. So 15 plus 2 equals 5 times 4 minus 3. That's 17. That's 20 minus 3. That's a true statement, so we're good to go. So let's look at example 3. We have 7 minus 3 times 2y plus 1, and we're saying that equals 16. So 7 minus 3, well actually we better distribute. 6y minus 3, because we took the negative 3 times 1 and got negative 3. Okay, we can combine this 7 with this negative 3 and get 4. Then we can, see this is a positive 4, right? So we're going to subtract 4. Subtract 4 gives me negative 6y equals 12. Divide by negative 6, divide by negative 6. My y is going to be equal to negative 2. Okay? And I'm done. And then I take this, plug it in my original one, and check it and see if it's true. And it is. Alright, so example 4. So in this particular one, you got to be a little bit careful with your signs when you do your distributive property. So let's do that one. 3 times 2x is 6x. 3 times negative 5 is negative 15. Minus, and again, look, remind you, if we're going to take these parentheses off, remember if there's a minus in front, we change the sign of everything in there. So we're going to change the 2x to a minus 2x, and the minus 4 to a plus 4. So we change it to its opposite. We're going to do the same thing here. We're going to change our 4x to a negative and our 5 to a negative. So then we have our parentheses off, and then we can go ahead and combine like terms. So we've got these two like terms. 6x minus 2x is 4x. We also have a negative 15 and a positive 4, so that's negative 11. And over on the right we have a 6 and a negative 5. So that is a 6 minus 5 is 1 minus 4x. Now I'm going to start moving things around a little bit. 4x minus 11 and 1 minus 4x. So let's add 4x here and add 4x here. And then these will go away because that was a negative and a positive. So this gives me 8x minus 11 equals 1. I'm going to add 11, so I have 8x equals 12. Divide by 8, divide by 8. X equals 12 over 8. Okay, so that can be reduced. What number goes into both 12 and 8? 4. So we're going to divide this by 4 and divide this by 4 to reduce it, and we get 3 over 2. Alright, so we take 3 halves and we put it into our original problem there, and we find out that it checks. So this is the end of the first video, 2.4a.